Hey everybody! So I just thought I'd make a short video kind of showing y'all what I'm doing when I grade. There were a couple people that tried to submit the Python scripts. I've already contacted the people that did that. There was only text entry allowed, so a couple people took all of their Python code and tried to copy and paste it into that text box instead of the GitHub link. So there was a little confusion over that. And I was making the video in Canvas Studio. If you didn't know this was here, there is some nice screen capture software we have available that is set up to immediately be embedded directly into any place you have a text editor. So discussion boards or assignment submission spots, any of that. That's on Canvas if you haven't seen it yet, so I was using that. One other thing I saw a few times, there was a number of people were having trouble with GitHub, and there was all that formal one condensed into a very short amount of space. But just so you'll know, the website controls, such as the upload files button, will work for anything we do in this class. And then you can learn that other stuff slowly over time. So here's a little example I put together for this video, because what I actually wanted to show y'all was what I'm doing when I grade, so you can see what I'm doing. So when you make your submission, what you're going to do is you're going to come up here and just copy and paste the link to GitHub and send that to me. So then when I come back and grade, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the site or use the one you send me, because the only difference between this URL and the one we access from our local machines is we need the .git extension at the end. So same file path, but we need that file extension in order to access it from the command prompt and everything. And I'm going to use PowerShell just to show you all what I'm doing. Let's see, I'll go over to downloads. So every time you submit a file, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to PowerShell, and I'm using PowerShell so that Control V works for copy and paste instead of the fancy right-click thing that seems very, very outdated in 2022. But anyway, I'll make a folder to put it in, then I'll initialize that folder and add an origin, and I'm using PowerShell so that the normal Control V to paste works, and then pull that down. Git pull origin main. Then I'll open up notebooks. So the Python interpreter, open the notebook module. And here's that one that I just uploaded for the example. I have this little, just a typical example here. And when I download your files, I'm going to come up here to cell and click run all. And this one just has a delay time.sleep so that TQDM, we can see something happen in TQDM, because 100 random numbers would not show a meter. This was an example I grabbed from somewhere else. And then I'm just going to make sure there's no errors and check the messages, make sure all the numbers come through. But that's the general process that I'm going to use every time I'm grading. So make sure you send me that GitHub link. And again, there was a lot of information there, and there's a good chance you'll want to do all that stuff locally. There's a 100 file limit to upload files here, but anything we do in this class, you could probably get by with this button instead of that stuff that was giving everybody lots of trouble last week. But you will probably want to know that if you're heading into software development, so stretch that out over time. Learn it slowly over time. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always happy to help. I've explicitly stated to a couple people already this semester, one of my degrees was almost entirely online, and I remember feeling a number of times feeling that the school sold me a book and said good luck with that. And I really, really hope that nobody ever feels like that in an online class I am teaching. So I will do whatever I can to make sure you don't ever feel like that. I am always available to help. Just get a hold of me. But I wanted to make sure and show you that process I'm going through when grading. Oh yeah, and then again for Jupyter Notebooks run on the local loopback server, so you have to make sure and shut that down. And in any of our terminals, shells, command prompts, Control C. The normal copy thing is the cancel command. So just wanted to share that. That's the process I'll go through every time when I'm grading. So make sure you send me that GitHub link, and you can send me the top level to your repository, because that's where the download the link, that's where this button is, and that's what I'm going to use when I'm grading, so you don't have to go through and send me the one to a particular file. Because if you do that, I have to go back up to the top level anyway. But just thought I'd share that, and while I was at it, let you know that Canvas Studio is in here, because that might come in useful for you at some point. See you all soon.